It's just something about that song that makes me want to just jam.
You love it because you put it together.
I know. It's so good. What's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Core Podcast episode 12. For you, Jonny, it's episode 11.
Some of us have work.
Let's see. Where's the thing? The Duel Part 2. No, you got to have, what's it called? What's that song called? I can't remember. It's the Duel of Fates, but I wouldn't put that on because of copyright. How are you doing, Jonny?
Very good, Kirby. How are you?
Excellent. I'm all good. New haircut. Bzz. Got a buzz cut. It's actually grown quite a bit in the last week, but
extra cool.
Yeah. My head is cold. Like, I can feel it. It's cold. It is pretty cold.
You've timed it well with lockdown, the new lockdown coming. So you've guessed well on your timings.
Yes, exactly. Has the North gone crazy already for lockdown? Or
oh yeah, of course we have.
Apparently, my local Asda's out of toilet paper already.
As long as there's beer.
Hey Toby, welcome. Thank you for joining in.
Toby's on time this week.
Yes. My mic is a lot louder than Jane. I think turned down my gain. Yeah, okay. Is that better? Let me know. I can't hear myself. I wish I could. That'll be weird. So today we are building our lightsabers that we designed last week. If you don't know what our lightsabers were, that's my one there. Ooh, Jonny fancy.
You literally copied Lego.
So that's the design I went with. I went with a design that basically you've got the. No, this doesn't ever want to focus on it.
Put your hand behind it.
It doesn't.
Sorry, bro.
No. This is where I switch the cameras.
Something out of luck.
To that one. That one's got a focus thing on it.
Oh, look how fancy he's gone this week.
There we go. So I've basically replicated a Lego lightsaber because I really enjoy Lego. Let's get that one back into focus. So, and Jonny, what was your design?
I made it up on the spot as usual.
And then you lost it and then had to make it up again.
Yeah, but the good news is it looks pretty similar to the first revision. You've done well.
Excellent. Let me just put my face back on the screen. That's what people come here for. So, Jonny.
Very good.
Where's the thing? Bing. Shing. What are they drinking? I should really make more of those. They're just great. So, as the question was, Jonny, what are you drinking tonight? Looks quite fancy.
It's not actually. It's from Lidl. So
Lidl.
It's a proper job. Cornish IPA.
Proper job. Cornish IPA. I've got Jack Daniels gang. Actually, not Jack Daniels. Gentleman Jack.
Oh, Gentleman Jack. He's upgraded. Kirby found an amazing deal on Amazon.
I've got like nothing left.
You should have ordered more than one.
I wasn't allowed. I was only allowed one. All right. So I reckon we just get cracking on
with our finishing off printing. What are we calling it?
Just finishing.
Basically,
if you didn't watch last week's episode, we designed our own lightsabers in SolidWorks. Mine themed off the Lego lightsaber. Jonny's of his own kind of design. And this week we have actually 3D printed a lot of the pieces, and we're just going to sit and chat and build our lightsabers. I printed 2 because I made mistakes. So I get great video montage. It's great. Most of those was from World last year. That reminds me, because of that picture, Jonny and I, we should make some wands, some Harry Potter wands.
Oh yeah, that was going to be our next idea. Maybe this can link into that. I quite enjoyed the design and print challenge thing we've got going.
Yeah, it's quite fun. Like just designing something in an hour or two and seeing where we're going. Maybe we should get Toby to challenge us to make something, because he'll do something really simple, but it will just boggle our minds.
Yeah, no, it'll be very good. I love Toby's modelling challenge, so I'm sure he can come up with some good ideas for ours.
All right, so that's the first one that I printed.
I'm not as fancy.
This was meant to be This one was meant to be the winner, but the problem is it's a bit small. I mean, it's all right, I guess, but I felt like it needed to be a bit bigger, so I printed it bigger. So plan is to put this together and see how far we get.
See how far we get. My sizing and scale was absolutely perfect. Winner.
Jonny, did you just slice that in half?
Yeah, I was a little bit lazy. I ran out of time, okay? I'll admit to the viewers. I had a busy week. I've had a busy couple of weeks at work. Ideally, I wanted to make these into little cutouts where these T pieces could engage and be glued into. But time constraints, I just chopped it through the middle, and I'm going to have a lot more finishing of stuff to do. But we live and learn.
I call that a party file, Jonny.
It was a party file, I'm sorry. But hey, you get to see me mess on with some filler putty and stuff. Everyone wins.
Filler putty.
Bondo.
So, I wanted to avoid all sanding, so I printed this at work on our SLS printers. But I forgot to print this section, so that's actually FDM. The rest of it is all SLS. So it's got a good heft to it.
Kirby forgets to print a lot of sections of stuff.
Yeah. I thought you would have printed some of this on your...
resin printer?
Resin printer.
I would have had I been bothered to divide it up properly.
Well, mine arrives on Tuesday, so that'll be quite fun to experiment with. And
the good news I have for our viewers is after getting my resin printer, the second episode of this channel, I now have it working.
How many episodes ago was that? Well, how many weeks was that? Let's have a look. See. That was 20. Like 4 months ago, Jonny. What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Other stuff. And it was never a priority because it was sort of one of them purchases. It was like, oh, that'd be cool. It's on discount. Let's grab one.
That's how I feel about Lego sometimes. I got quite a few sets that I've still got to build, and I'm just kind of like, I could build that, but I don't know where I'm going to put it.
You've been getting any new sets?
Yes,
Everyone loves Lego. What have you been purchasing?
So I was gifted I think 3 bags of Lego from someone.
Gifted?
Yes. So I've been sorting through that. There's a lot of like Minecraft and Harry Potter Lego in there, so I've been sorting through it and figuring out what sets I could complete with that stuff and what's fake Lego and what is just going to be just general bricks. So I'm busy sorting through that. I did quite a bit today. Going through one bag of basically...
It's a good job you guys can't see my concentration face.
See, I got these. These are all like the Minecraft figures. There's Avengers,
nice.
There's collectors. There's some Harry Potter. It's a hippogriff. There's even a little pig from Angry Things.
Angry Birds.
Yeah, that one. It's like it's Professor Snape. It's an R2 unit. So yeah, I've got a couple of these boxes that I'm sorting out just the figures for now.
Oh, very nice.
Because like if you can identify the figures and what sets those figures go into, from there you can figure out what sets are potentially in that box.
See, Kirby, I always knew that you knew your stuff, and I know you especially do with Lego.
Sort of. There is a community called the AFOLs, and basically...
I'm a fan of Lego.
Yeah, it's kind of like 3D printing. If you have like a problem and you can't figure out something, post on there. So if I can't figure out where a minifigure belongs, guarantee you there'll be someone that you can just take a photo of the hand and it'll be like that's that set from that year.
What, of a Lego hand? They're not all the same.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
But it's kind of like that where like it's quite
That's
obscure.
the level of detail. Yes. Dude, I should have put the gloves on I got out for this.
What's that?
I should have wore the gloves that I actually got out ready to do this.
Have you glued yourself already?
I've not glued. I've just filler puttied my fingers, and it's not the best of colours to have on your fingers.
Lovely. Yeah, another set I bought was the Lego Art Sith set.
Yes, so I love that one.
I am really looking forward to building that one at some point. But yeah, that should be all right. How is all those peeps that have come to join us tonight? How are you all doing? It's good to know how everybody's doing. I know Danny's on his way home from work, so I don't think he'll be making it tonight.
Another Sunday session for Danny?
Yeah, like, he made that incredible saber in Tinkercad. 2 days later, he was sanding and painting it.
Yeah, Danny needs to sleep more. You might like him. Yes, indeed. The problem I have is, you know, we all work as well at the minute and stuff. And then I have other projects going on that have to take priority over my own stuff. So, sadly, didn't quite get as much time dividing this up as I would have liked.
Yeah, my main problem is traffic. You know, I sit in traffic because, well, actually, as of Thursday, the next month is going to be beautiful.
Beautiful? I didn't think I'd ever hear you say that about London traffic.
Well, because there will be none because we're going into lockdown.
Oh, yeah, that would be why. See, I don't really think of traffic because I live 5 minutes from work, if that. So as long as I leave at 10 to, I can be in work still with safety time. So
my main motorway that I take home, the A2, they've now decided, they want to repair one of the bridges.
Oh, yeah,
so they've taken it from 3-lane to 1-lane for 6 months.
Oh, nice.
So I've got to travel through either residential or sit in that traffic for an extra half an hour to an hour every day.
You'd best get some good mirrors. That's right, I saw.
So if you're unaware, my wing mirror got knocked off this week.
Not knocked off, disintegrated is the word. It is gone.
Yeah. Guess where I was?
London.
I was in the house.
Oh, did you see it get knocked off? Oh, bro.
No, I didn't see it getting knocked off. My neighbor told me. He came out, I was like, by the way, your wing mirror's on the floor. I was like, what?
Thanks. Your wing mirror's on the floor. Helpful information. Like you wouldn't have realised when you went to pull out.
Literally, I was about 5 minutes on my way to going out to the shops anyway. And he came through and he let me know. Like, he's got CCTV in that, so he saw the van that nicked it, and we got the plates and that. But the damage isn't too bad. Basically, the cover of the wing mirror, the plastic bit, that's all that popped off. And then because the guy drove off, he drove over it. So it shattered.
Oh, what a lovely gent.
So I bought a new wing mirror cover on eBay for like 16 quid.
Nice.
So fairly.
Go ahead.
Fairly easy to, like, it's not a big problem because like all the electronics are fine, all the housings are fine.
Yeah, it looked more like it was just a plastic cover. Yeah. My job this week is new brakes.
Weren't you doing that last week?
Yeah, but the parts didn't come in time, so that's now next week's job.
Are you doing it yourself?
Yeah.
Video idea.
What, for brakes?
just have you lying on your back, and all we see is your feet.
Well, that'd be funny, but we've tried to be like, we've gone back to trying to be family friendly and more family orientated. Me spanners and bolts tends to be me swearing and bolts.
Ah!
Oh, what's happened?
I got the knife out and it's scary.
Oh no, have you not got a supervising adult?
That's you, Jonny.
Oh no, does that mean you're mine?
Aren't we always?
Pretty much. So what I've done there is I've put some nice putty around where the supports were.
Very nice.
That'll set, and then I can sand it nice and smooth, and then just use a filler spray on the rest because I'm lazy.
That's the last bit of support that I need to get rid of. It's just sitting there in there. There, that's a bit better.
What we'll do next is the tricky gluing bit, which I'm probably going to stick my fingers together with industrial super glue.
Yay! I had to buy super glue.
Oh, this stuff is like industrial grade super glue, high viscosity.
I got Gorilla Glue. This one actually was glued together with wood glue because I don't have super glue.
That'll work.
It works. It's fine. But I was quite funny. I was in B&Q to get glue and other bits and bobs, like Christmas decorations. I picked up the Gorilla Glue.
Don't tell me you got ID'd for it.
No. So, I picked up a different glue that looked all right. And then I kept walking down the aisles. And a bit further, I saw a Gorilla Glue stand where they had Gorilla Glue super glue. So I swapped it out. But already there on the stand was the exact same glue that I put there.
Someone else had made that choice.
Someone else had picked up the same glue as me, walked past there and said, no, I'm going to swap this as well. So I feel like my decision was warranted, and it was a good one. I'll probably get a quarter of the way through this stuff and then throw it out because it clogs. Do you get that with your super glues, Jonny?
No. What happens with me is when I'm being lazy and I hold the glue on and then spray kicker on it, the nozzle just ends up getting chopped smaller and smaller and smaller.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I'll each time I use it, I have to chop the nozzle off or I can't get it open.
Yeah, well, you can. I always just end up sticking a pin through it. Ow, that's hot.
Why is it hot?
Super glue, kicker, extreme heato.
All right. Jonny, did you watch The Mandalorian?
I did. Tell me you have.
Of course I have.
God. I watched it on Friday afternoon when I got home from work.
Did you think?
I thought it was good. I'm excited.
So if anyone here is watching and they haven't watched it yet, just let us know. If not, I'm going to dive straight into them spoilers.
Not sure, dude. I think that could get us in some trouble.
With who? The spoiler police?
I don't know. You know, people get very passionate about these things.
If they were that passionate, they would have watched it.
This is true. This is true.
I do feel like I'm going to stick something through my hand. Again, ow.
Kirby's monthly trip to A&E.
The great thing about this thing is that I can take you with. I could just log in on my phone.
How did you split yours then? Oh, you've got like a bottom piece and a top piece. Very nice.
Yeah, so that slots in. Because I designed it to print in SLS. I don't want the top surface to look bad, so that was printed separate like that. That will now then slot in there. This will eventually go on there once I remove the supports, and then the arse end will So you've been watching anything interesting other than The Mandalorian?
I watched The Mandalorian on Friday afternoon when I was in from work. Other than that, I've just been still going through Orange is the New Black. I think I'm on like series 6 now.
Very nice. You enjoying it?
Yes, definitely.
I know Sarah, she watched it quite a bit.
Got very into it very quickly.
We've been chopping and changing between quite a few things lately.
Yeah, well, I've had a bit more free... Well, I'd say free time. I've had a bit more time where I can sit down and actually watch.
But you don't have enough free time to properly slice a model.
No, because what happened was I needed to do some other models even quicker. So, story of my life and your life.
Yeah, I've had to do some modelling this week as well.
Anything interesting? Anything you can share or not?
I don't think so.
Yeah, me either.
But the life of a designer. Yeah, I'm doing pretty cool things. Like what? Can't tell you.
I love an NDA.
Yeah, they're always fun.
Yes.
Okie dokie, this is getting annoying.
You stuck it together yet?
I've stuck this bit together. But I'm just trying to get this freaking support off.
It's so warm in here. This smoothing putty is just setting in seconds.
Very nice. Speaking of warm, I got a new thermostat installed, finally.
Oh, yeah, one of the smart ones, or...
So, they're only smart if you install them smartly.
Did you install it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you mother...
So...
Hang on. I've had an explosion.
A putty explosion.
Yeah, I know why it's... setting really quick because it's gone all like wet in one area and hard in the other, which is a bit difficult because it's in a tube, so I'm not sure how you overcome that. Okay, continue. I think I've fixed it.
So our previous owners of our house, they wanted a smart meter thing, a smart thermostat doohickey.
Why do I feel like there's a butt coming?
So they bought one, and the way it works is that you got to install like a control unit next to your boiler, and then in the house you have the control unit.
Yeah,
pretty standard. So in order to do that, they needed to actually drill a hole through the wall in the kitchen and install it in the house, and they thought, no. So in our brick built shed outside, you got the boiler, which is like, there's no insulation in there or anything, which is fine. Next to it, you got the control unit, and then next to that, you've got the actual device that controls everything. Yes. Which basically means when you're setting the temperature, you say, I want it to be 20 degrees in the house. It looks at the temperature that the thermostat's at, and it's like, it's 8 degrees out here.
Oh, yeah, you put it outside, it just continually pumps heat.
It just roars the heat at you because it's trying to heat up.
And it never will because it's outside and it's 8 degrees.
Exactly.
Dude, imagine the north. It would be like trying to blow up.
So, last year, the first month in winter that we put this thing on, we're like, all right, let's just see how this thing works. 120 pounds was my bet.
Ooh.
Just for gas.
Just for gas.
Just for my gas. 120 Smackaroos. So I managed to kind of weasel it down, but it meant that we had the heating on for like an hour a day, and the house was still freezing. So winter's coming. I thought, let me get Gasman in, get him to service that, as well as redo all the valves on every radiator, which he did. Because like some of them were like leaking water, and some they painted over so you couldn't turn the knobs.
Nice.
You know, like real idiot work. And yeah, so we've got the Nest, Google Nest. So basically we got the control unit by the boiler, but it works off Wi-Fi as opposed to wired connection. So no drilling needed. And it works a charm.
That was one swear in the box.
Oh, swap.
So yeah, now
the house is nice and warm, and it's barely costing me any money, which is
what you want.
Beautiful.
Okay, that'll set up nicely around that nice surface. We can sand it smooth with some high grit sandpaper, and then we just do some spray putty and we're done. Same up there where the seam was.
I feel like I should be wearing gloves.
Yeah, yeah. Bit late now, isn't it?
Whatever will be, will be.
Whatever will be, will be.
Like my finger's still not right from that drill going through it.
You drilled through your finger. It wasn't going to be a quick job to heal, probably. Anyway.
Yeah, because that went in there, and the drill head poked out that side. And it's like, because I use that finger usually to lock my phone, because it's like either the index or that one. And if I lock my phone with my sore finger, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Oh Lord. Come on. Come on. You excited for PS5, Jonny?
Yeah, I'm not getting one straight away. I've had to, prioritize. Saying that, I bought a new tent the other day accidentally.
Wasn't that last weekend you went camping?
Yeah, so what happened was my brother gave me a tent. He got a new one for him and his kids. He gave me one for free, so I was like, oh, sweet. Yeah, why not? We'll go. And
you found out why it was free.
I don't know why it needed to have so many poles in it for such a quite simple shaped tent. So getting it put up was fine. It took like an hour, half hour or something. Getting it down when it's a bit muddy and stuff, and all you really want to do is get your shit in the car and go.
Yeah.
So I bought one of these fancy air tents where you just pump them up and then they're up and down in like 5 minutes flat.
Or so they say, until you forget the pump, and then you are just...
Let's not say that. I'm going to keep the pump in the bag. Dude, if you can get 7 psi of air pressure out of your lungs, I'll be extremely impressed. It's such a big quantity. So yeah, that was an accidental purchase. Started some Christmas shopping.
Yeah, you might as well start soon, because
I can't say what I want to say because it involves a swear.
Have you seen what's going on in Wales, where they've like blocked off aisles in the supermarket? So
yeah, but it's ridiculous. Essential. They've blocked all sorts of aisles off that are actually essential.
I mean, like for example, clothes. In a way, I can see yes. In one way, they're not essential, but some clothes are.
Well, it could be essential if you've only got a t-shirt and you want to buy a jumper because you're freezing to death.
Yeah, that and like baby clothes, like that kind of stuff. But like Sarah doesn't need to go and look at another pair of boots, for example.
Yes, there is that fact. Okay, that's all built up in the place that I need to build it. Oh.
Finally, I have gotten the support off, and all 5 fingers are there. Or
I'm just getting my knife out, so all 5 fingers.
It's happening again.
Oh, been a few slips with a knife.
Yeah, you don't want to
Trim the little extra bits of supports off.
Careful. Steady.
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 So this is also supposed to fit a 25mm lightsaber blade. But it doesn't. So
it doesn't.
I think I should have increased the tolerance a bit more.
Because I know why. You had to scale it as well, didn't you?
No, I redid the whole after scaling it.
I'm quite happy with that. I think once it's all polished and finished up, that'll look quite nice. It's a bit of red.
The one thing that I did scale up is the tolerance.
Ah, right. So you're too tight of a fit.
Too loose.
Too loose?
Well, because I made the tolerance for this one at a certain tolerance because 1, it was SLS, and 2, it's the size. But then I made it 50% bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So my tolerances have increased. So the gaps have increased, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, maths.
Maths, isn't it?
Mathematics. Myth.
Mathematics.
Well, that's a bit tight. That's because I had to do the support thing. Okay, 2 more glues, and then this is glued. And then my plan is to paint the other one.
Well, you're doing some painting. I'm going to just be, waiting for this to set, really. And then that's about it. My next paint thing is going to be a lot of spray painting.
Well, this one I put a primer and then a bit of silver paint on it already.
Like Art Attack. Here's one I made earlier.
What?
Art Attack, man, you. Here's one I made earlier.
Heart attack?
Art Attack.
Oh, right.
No heart attacks. We're not that unhealthy.
Yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I'm just going to basically just grime it up and do like a dirty wash on it.
Dirty wash.
Dirty wash, bro.
Bit more of the old red stuff on that scene. Where am I?
Okay. That's a bit close to my face.
Yeah, I know. I got myself with super glue before.
All right. That is all glued. It just needs to dry.
Just do dry, eh?
Acrylic glue is actually not bad. I think it's more of a gel than a fluid, which I much prefer.
Mm-hmm.
Let me clear up my supports quick. What's this going to bug me?
My internet's being as reliable as ever.
Why don't you get new internet?
It's all right normally. It's just on an evening whenever we start talking, it decides it's not going to play ball.
You do much for Halloween, Jonny?
No, not a lot, mate. Obviously, it's not the easiest of times. Plus, no. Did you? Your pumpkin looked special.
Which one?
The one you sent me.
I made 3.
You made 3.
I'm going to have to go in with a Hoover after this.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, I can't because then my dog will just eat it. Eat it. I went to the pub today, which was great.
Yeah.
That was good fun, actually. The Bull.
Oh, I like the Bull.
Went to the Bull for a nice Sunday roast. Decided we'll take the dog with as well. See how the dog acts at a pub. He behaved.
You okay?
It's good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I can now comfortably say that we can go to the pub after lockdown.
Yeah, exactly. Yet again, we're shutting the pubs.
I need to get my paints.
You need to get your paints. Kirby has not prepared again. If in doubt, scratch it with a knife and it'll fix itself. It's a quiet night in the comments today. No Danny or Chris.
So, Danny messaged me and said he's on his way home from work.
Good.
Because he now does Sunday to Thursday.
So he gets the Friday off instead.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that means that we no longer need to go in on Sundays ourselves. And a lot more stuff gets done during that time, which is pretty good. He took one for the team. We're all proud of him. No, he's a good guy. He works hard. So, Jonny, you obviously know how to do a dirty wash.
Yes. What it is you get your clothes out the wash box and you put them in the washing machine. No, that isn't it. Go on, Kirby.
That was terrible, Jonny. That was...
Sorry.
That's so terrible, it's funny.
It's been a long week.
So the idea of a dirty wash is to make something that looks clean and pristine, used and dirty.
Rustic.
Yeah.
Weathered. Authentic.
So the easiest way to do this is to kind of make it dirty. So the technique, like a lot of people have different techniques. They have different types of colors and palettes that they use. I always just use a bit of like black mixed with a bit of white. That gives me a nice little bit of gray. And I'll throw a bit of green in there as well, just to give it a bit more of a tone. But the idea is it's so that stuff like these crevices, they all look too clean and not used. So the idea is just to kind of, with a paintbrush, mash a bunch of dirt in there and then wipe it away.
Basically,
as if
anywhere that dirt would stick, you put something on it.
The idea being, like, say this was actually thrown through mud and then you get it back and you give it a wash. You know, you're not going to get all the dirt out. It's a fun process. I used to hate this kind of thing, but it was mostly dry brushing that I used to do. But I much more prefer Prefer this. Let's do this. Plus, you get your fingers all dirty.
Too late. See, I use, for some of the stuff I do, I use chalk.
Chalk?
Chalk.
Cork, you mean?
No, chalk.
Cork.
No cork. Chalk. Browns, reds, and black chalk. With some isopropyl, and it makes it stick in all the little grooves.
Oh, right.
And then I would just rub it off quickly with a cloth, similar to what you're going to do, but I use just chalk because it's a bit more grainy.
Fair enough.
Again, it's different ways different people get used to doing things.
There's many different ways, and it's kind of you're telling a story, really. You kind of
build it up,
especially when you start taking dings and nicks out of it to kind of make it seem like it's been used. That's where you build your story. You kind of put a cut into it to be like, yeah, something happened here at this battle.
Sorry, I'm focusing. Takes a lot for me to focus for this long.
We all know, Jonny. Right,
you're the same, dude. Okay.
And look at that. Look at that. Look at that, already transforms and kind of. Just a bit of dirt in the grooves and the crevices, and just makes it seem like it's been used. Makes it look more authentic. I mean, it's not often you want something to look brand new.
No, not very often with the stuff that we tend to make. Although, we'll see.
So I think it's kind of safe now to speak Mandalorian spoilers.
Likely.
Oh, mostly because no one said anything in the comments.
Leave if you want to leave. Well, hang on. We'll start with a rating, Kirby. What did you rate it out of 10? No number there, Kirby, or?
I'm having a think.
He's having a think. Everyone watch out for the smoke.
I think it was a good return to the show.
Good Series 2 icebreaker, is that what you're saying?
Yes, it was a good Series 2 icebreaker. It was a good way to kind of dive into the show again. A good way to... You know, it wasn't too heavy. It didn't... You know, you didn't have to be like, who's that, who's that, who's that, who's that. Most of the characters were new. Like you could watch the recap before the episode, but I really felt like you didn't need the recap.
I think I skipped it, to be honest.
Well, the short of it is that it recapped everything.
Yeah, that's what I felt. So skip.
So it didn't feel like they. Like I find with the first series, after it's quite successful, when they come into the second one, they try to go bigger and they try to make themselves better. And I was quite worried that that's what was going to happen, but it didn't. It didn't feel like it was bigger than itself. It didn't feel like it's getting cocky and kind of like
ahead of itself.
Yeah. It felt like it was at the same level, same story. It didn't feel like they were trying to push any boundaries. It just felt like they're a good return.
Yeah.
Now, getting into the spoiler. Good. When freaking, what's his name? The Marshal walks in with Boba Fett's armor.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
Sarah didn't. She's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's one of those things, and it depends how into it you've been in the past and all that jazz.
Yeah, and then like just looking at it and then kind of how they go through the story, I was like, but he's supposed to be dead. And so it was like, so? I was like, no, he died in Tatooine. Does that mean he's alive or what? And then you kind of look at the weathering of the armor. It's not the full armor. It's just the chest,
helmet,
the shoulder plate, and the gauntlets. Helmet. Oh yeah, and the gauntlets. But you can see it's been through.
Been through the ringer.
But I quite enjoyed the character of the Marshal. He didn't seem full of himself. He didn't seem cocky or anything.
No, he was just trying to do the best for his town and all that jazz.
Yeah, he got the armor to save his town people. He wasn't trying to be a hero for the recognition. He was doing it because he loved the town.
Yep.
Which I think gave the character a bit more depth, a bit more, dare I say it, character.
Well, I mean, it gave the character a bit more character. I think you could say that it gave him a bit more of a relationship with the viewer. It was aimed to make you feel like he was looking out for you.
Someone you can rely on.
Yeah.
So I quite liked the episode. I'll give it a good 7.
7, eh?
Yeah. Like, I would have liked to see just a bit about what's his name, the baddie, the Los Polos guy from Breaking Bad.
Mine's blank, but I know what you're on about, yeah.
At the end of the last season, he crashed his TIE fighter and climbs up. He has that, like, lightsaber sword.
Uh-huh. I would give it, I'd go with a 7. I think it's a fair rating.
What did you think of the ending?
I'm ready for next Friday, put it that way.
I had to do a kind of double take. I had to kind of rewind and double check. I was like, wait a minute. Now, so basically what happened at the end was, as Mandalorian's riding away with the Boba Fett suit, that he got back from the Marshal, you see a figure standing watching him ride away and turns around, and that's actually Boba Fett. So I'm quite interested to see if Boba Fett's gonna fight the Mandalorian. I don't know, because the Mandalorian is against the Empire and the bad people. Whether he's gonna, I don't know. It'll be interesting. It'd be cool if they fight together.
If that's the big if.
Or what would also be cool is if they go back to the armorer with Boba Fett and kind of like redo Boba Fett's armor.
Yeah, that would be cool, actually. Put that on the list of suggestions that we've made.
I'll send that to John Favreau.
Yeah, get him on the DMs.
I'll DM him and be like, hey, listen, here's an idea. Trust me.
We know our audience.
It'll be popular. We have a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, look at our lightsabers we made. We know our stuff. How's the weather wash going?
Good. Very good. I'm just about done.
Let's have a bit of a close-up then. Yeah. Nice and neat in the grooves.
There we go. There, we're in focus. So it's in the grooves, in the kind of like, feels like it's dirty now. Doesn't feel clean and new. I mean, the top looks kind of banging. So that's where the should go. Yeah. How's your patty?
My patty? Still at that with Randy middle. It's gonna be the round up here. We're getting dry. As you can see, it's like got a matte color now rather than the sort of shiny color you can still see in this sort of area. So yeah, them two at the top ready to sort of be sanded off. Still a little damp. You want it to be really dry so it comes off nicely. And then around the middle, I'll run a little bit of wet and dry sandpaper around, spray it up with some filler putty, and then start doing some detailed painting. I'll one coat it with a nice silver and just touch it in with a brush and some chalks.
So you're kind of doing the same as this. You're not going with any colors or anything.
No, I don't think so. I might maybe on the switch sort of area, I'll put a bit of color, maybe in the little groove channels. Put a dab of color.
A dabble of color.
What I might do if I can be bothered is resin print some sort of jewel things to go around here.
Oh, that would be quite cool. I've seen Danny doing a lot of kind of turning resin printers into clear, resin prints into like see-through clear stuff.
Yeah, if you polish them up and all that.
Well, not even polish. He just sprays a thick coat or clear coat on it.
Oh yeah,
and that gets into all the grooves.
And it gives you a nice, perfectly smooth surface sort of thing in it.
Perfectly smooth and perfectly see-through.
Yes.
As well.
I think I might have a look at that in the next 2 weeks as well.
Yeah.
Possibly. I think that would be a cool little touch to do.
I actually like this little one. It's quite compact.
It's very Lego-y.
Yeah, this one's huge, but it's still kind of, it feels a bit awkward in the hand. It's like a shake weight.
Yeah, I think the thing with yours is obviously, yeah, careful there. Don't point them at yourself.
There's a little button at the back just to kind of go boost mode.
Boost mode. Full boost.
Wow.
Full boost don't drink mode, that. So yeah, the next 2 weeks between this episode and the next, new brakes on the car, all four corners. Get this sanded and sprayed up in a nice sort of silvery colour, probably. Well, maybe I'll do a gunmetal-y black colour.
Oh, I mean, like Kylo Ren's lightsaber in that black is quite.
Yeah, I'm
quite
thinking
nice.
Somewhere in between, and I'll maybe do some jewels around here, or something with a touch of colour in the gaps. I think that might be the way to go.
This is the way.
This is the way. Obviously, all that's work dependent and other project dependent. So yeah, maybe I'll find 10 minutes to actually finish this.
Well, that's the thing about weathering is that it doesn't take all that long in the end.
No, it doesn't. Obviously, everyone's seen how quick your process was. Once you've got your colour and your coat on, as long as you're not doing multiple different
because
we're masking.
The primer coat I put on Friday. I let it dry overnight because it's getting colder now, so it's getting trickier to paint.
Yeah.
So I put primer on Friday, and then I sanded it on Saturday morning, and then I did the silver. But as I put down the silver, I was like, damn it, I was supposed to do a black coat first.
Yeah.
To make the silver pop, but I didn't do the black coat first. But it still looks fun. And let that dry overnight as well. And then the actual weathering, as you saw, it all took like 10 minutes. Certainly not a difficult process to do.
Not difficult, there's no long process.
There's no perfect way to do it. You just keep doing it. You can't overdo weathering.
Well, that's the good thing about the sort of brush on mud dirt technique or whatever we're calling it, is it gets in the groove, so you can almost just put a ton on and wipe it off and keep repeating it until you get the effect you want. So obviously you've gone with sort of a black there, use browns, greys, even a bit of like a dark greeny colour if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Let me see something. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to experiment with a bit of dry brushing. On the edges and see if that will highlight anything. Very little. Yeah, it's not working. So the idea with that is that you put a little bit of paint on your brush, and you brush off as much as possible until there's only a little bit coming, and you just flick across sharp edges.
Just get them few last lines,
and that will highlight the higher edges. But because this is so light in the silver, you can't really see the white. So if you do it in a gunmetal black like Johnny's going to do his, it'll actually highlight the surfaces and the kind of like these edges really nicely. Because I mean, if you were to paint it black and keep it like that and use it every single day, these edges are going to rub off eventually. The paint's going to rub off. So it's kind of just speeding up that entire process. There's nothing. Maybe that can make it easier to see. I'll give it a whack. Other way.
Looking good. Very good, Kirby.
But yeah.
We'll get this one smartened up the next couple of weeks. Between some other projects that we've got going on, and bring it to our next meeting.
I mean, if anybody has any questions about finishing and that stuff and kind of best techniques, fire away. I mean, we want to help you guys learn as well. Very nice. Very, very nice.
What are you going to do with it now?
Throw it in the bin.
Throw it in the bin.
I don't know. I'm going to take it outside and give it a clear coat.
Yep.
That will just seal everything in, and then let that dry overnight, and then I'll see what it is. I don't know what I'm going to do about the big one yet. I'll figure it out. I mean, what would be cool is I've got... This is a lightsaber I built about a year ago. So it's got all the electronics, everything I need to make a lightsaber.
Yeah, if you could get it inside somehow.
So if I can get... It's got the battery and speaker in there. If I can get all of these electronics in here, which should be fairly easy.
Yeah.
And actually make it light up and that. Maybe that could be a new project. Because I've got all the electronics already. It's all soldered, it's all ready. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so you got the microcontroller here that does all the stuff.
Very nice.
This is an Adafruit design.
Nice.
But
very nice.
the NeoPixel LEDs broke off the controller, or that goes somewhere else. I can't remember where that goes. Oh no, yeah, that goes to the LEDs.
Yep.
So I've just got to basically resolder that and then put that back in.
No, I'm sure you can make that fit into the new one.
Yeah, real easy. It's just a lot of these are JST connectors, so everything just disconnects from each other. So one day I'll get this back together, because that was a fun thing to do. There's a video of me somewhere, of me running up and down my backyard with this. Very funny. Remember that? Stays in my drawer, just to kind of remind me that I've got other projects to work on.
Yep. Very good.
Is that it? Are we done?
I think we're done. I think we're just over an hour, to be fair. And I've nearly finished my beer. So that is usually a sign.
You've only had one beer.
No, I've had 4 already today.
I had 2. No, I had 1 Guinness at the pub, and then I had 2.
Yeah, but that's and a roast dinner. That's equivalent to having like 2 roast.
I know that was before the roast dinner.
Nice.
And then I had the Jack Daniels. Yeah.
Very nice. Danny's made it in for the last 30 seconds.
Oh, Danny's made it. What's up? How is your lightsaber, Danny? Made it at the end.
Very good.
What do you think of the finishing on this, Danny? Look at that. It's like a Yoda lightsaber. I showed it to a guy at work, and I was like, "Look, I made this lightsaber for kids." He's like, "Wow, what a brilliant idea! You know, my kid could really do that." It's like, you know, it's really good that you thought about that. I was like, I didn't.
I just printed it too small.
I just designed it too small. Not painted. Yeah. You were on a head start on Tuesday already with yours, Danny. Did you do Josh's hubcaps? Because he's doing a photo shoot with his car, his RX-8, because he's got underglows now.
Very swanky.
Now he thinks he's one of the cool kids.
One of those cool guys.
There he is.
All right, I'm back.
So you're registered for 3D Experience World, Jonathan?
I am indeed. We've gone VIP.
VIP.
Are you, Kirby?
So, of course. I told you about it.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm doing right now. Nice one. Hopefully work wasn't too bad. Yeah, so 3D Experiences World next year is free. It usually costs like $1,000 to go just for the event, but this year it's all virtual, so it's all free to go. So Jonny and I have registered for it, so you got like 3 days of kind of just new announcements, new things to do with SolidWorks, as well as like courses and technical sessions and learning stuff. Toby, are you going to be doing a talk there? I really want to do a talk.
Toby.
Yes, I really want to do a session there one year, but I can't think of what I should talk about.
Yeah, I think my issues, I've got other stuff going on that I can't push back, so it's not going to be one for this year. Maybe next year when hopefully we can get back over to the States. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this next one, Jonny and I are going to get together for it. And we're going to basically cover 3D Experience World as best we can. Hang out with old friends, try and get some of the keynote speakers and that stuff, or other speakers on the podcast as well, and chat with them. And just hang out with people.
Hang out.
I think that's the plan. We'll basically open up the podcast just to let people in and just come, hang out, chat.
Join the festive.
The one thing I'm going to miss most about World being virtual is, you get up early, you have your breakfast, and while you're eating breakfast, between every mouthful, you're saying hi to someone, you're chatting to someone.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you do this? How did that get along? Blah, blah, blah. Then you go off to your sessions, and then you meet out in the hallways again, and you just run into each other. So we want to try and create a space where in between sessions, we can all just kind of hang out and discuss what's happening.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and figure that one out, see how we can get that going. And eventually, Jonny and I want to make a soundboard. That's a new project that we want to get going at some point.
On the list, the long list, the ever-growing list.
Yeah. So is there going to be a part 3 to this Light Saber S saga?
There'll definitely be a part 3 for mine, because obviously I need to finish it and show it off.
Well, I could reprint this at a different scale and get it so that the blade can fit in as well.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Or maybe print some of it on resin. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure something out. That way we can make it a trilogy. I mean, It is Star Wars.
It is. It would fit the theme.
It is Star Wars.
Do definitely want to do them little resin pieces to go in there. I think that'd be nice.
Yeah.
If only I knew what dimension I'd made them.
Well, luckily it's SolidWorks and you can measure them.
Yes.
Or did you not save again?
No, I definitely saved this time. Don't worry. It's on my
I did that with a project for a freelance project I was doing. I spent like 3 hours doing this guy's design, and got all done. Took some nice pictures, renders, sensors. Like, look, this is the progress I've made tonight. I've got to do like 1 or 2 changes, and we'll be good to go. It's like, all right, that's cool. That's cool. It's cool. And I just turned my computer off.
Didn't save. No. Good fun.
I was like,
do that.
Job's done. I just turned my computer off. Didn't save or anything. And the next day I turned on and I'm like, where's it gone?
Yeah. Yeah. Not good, but definitely test your short-term memory, them sort of mistakes.
But it's all right. Because I was using technical drawings to make the model, I could easily follow along and
get back to your
kind of. A lot of that 2 to 3 hours of designing was kind of figuring out, okay, how am I going to create this shape?
Yeah, the first time you do something, it takes twice as long, and then if you're basically repeating the steps, you know the tool you use and you know your sort of parameters. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot quicker.
Our previous episode is a perfect example where Jonny did his lightsaber and SolidWorks crashed.
Love a SolidWorks crash.
That's amazing. Yes. Yeah, SolidWorks crashed for Jonny, and then we had to. He had to redo it. But because he had done a lot of his figuring out, a lot of his kind of calculations and that, it was just kind of
design work. It was just repeat the method.
Yeah.
Kirby got shorter.
Yeah, no. I've got to fix it.
Again. But yeah, I think we're probably done for today, and next week the trilogy will conclude.
Yes. So I'll probably print this because this is 100% scale. So this is 10 times the size of a. Let me get one. Of a Lego lightsaber.
You know what would be good? 1,000.
1,000 times bigger.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh, challenge.
No. So that's 10 times bigger than an actual lightsaber. Then this one I made 50% bigger. I think I need to go 25% bigger than this one.
Somewhere in the middle.
But with a bit more, it still looks like a shake weight.
It's always gonna.
I can't get over it. So all I have to do is just make it a bit longer so that my hand can fit on it.
Yeah. Yeah, length's key.
So maybe I make it smaller but longer.
Danny's gone for the 30 centimetre rule here.
yeah, he was going off at me that this one was too small, which it is. But
mine's
at the same time,
ideal size because
it's the ideal size. Where's my ruler? This one is. This is 24 centimeters. Now, if I go 30 centimeters, that will be that big, and then this will just be fat,
thick.
So I feel like 25% short, 25% smaller, but with a longer handle.
Yeah, your handle area is your problem. Minifigures have small hands.
But yeah, this is to scale. But yeah, because I feel like this width is kind of good, like of the detail.
Yeah.
But this one, yeah, I think 25%. We'll go there and make it a bit longer.
Yeah.
You have a shake weight, Danny? Or is that what you call your flashlight? Ooh.
Oh, well, that's family friendly.
I said flashlight.
I know.
Yeah.
Just the scaring season.
But yeah, I can't unsee it now. I think it looks like a shake weight.
Mm. Mine definitely doesn't.
I should put weights inside here so that it is a shake weight. It's a Lego lightsaber shake weight.
Just make it hollow and fill it with sand.
No, you do it with magnets.
Always has to go posh.
Always has to go posh. Well, I am from the south, Mr. Northerner.
You're from the very south. South Africa.
South Africa. All the way down the south.
All the way down south.
Oh. So I thought you were going to put a kyber crystal in yours floating.
Right, let's establish something. The way I chopped it was the laziest way possible for time. Because I had no time. So where in the no time did I have time to model a kyber crystal, resin print it with something to hold it in place?
Oh, Danny, if whatever pleases you. Wait, I was going to Google something, and it wasn't flashlight. Kyber crystal. There we go. So let's switch my camera. It's got a thingiverse. Alright, I'm going to show you how quickly it is to get a kyber crystal.
I know, but I told you I didn't want to rob someone's design because I like to be from scratch.
Okay, so I didn't mean to boot you like that. There we go. Let's have a look at this. How do you spell kyber crystal?
Nope.
Oh yeah,
K, isn't it?
I did a K. K-Y-B-E-R.
That is tiny. There you go.
There we go. Kyber crystal. Okay. So we've only had one hiccup so far.
So far.
Oh my gosh, look at this. There's kyber crystals.
Ooh, I like them ones.
Hollow ones. And then you know what you do, Jonny?
You just steal them.
You print them in resin.
Yeah. I know how that
works. You're not stealing it. You're just downloading the files.
Borrowing.
No, I'm not going to tip him.
Who tips on Thingiverse?
I get tips on my mini factory.
My mini factory, yeah.
Ooh. Share this thing on WhatsApp. But yeah, it's not downloading. But
very good.
That's how you get a kyber crystal, Jonny. Okay, Mister. I don't have time. And that would have been a good way to show off how you've gotten your resin printer working.
Yeah, it would have, but alas.
Depending on what resins I get on Tuesday, maybe I'll print myself a kyber crystal.
Ooh,
if not,
fancy.
Danny, do you want to print a Kyber crystal? I guarantee you tomorrow Danny's going to have a Kyber crystal.
It's already printed now, Danny. Don't worry. He'll have sensed that we were going to mention it.
It's what powers his shake weight.
Yeah.
Most people use magnets. Danny's uses the Force.
Use the Force, Kyber crystals, and Yoda's.
And Yoda's what?
I'll let you use your imagination. Put it this way, there's a reason he lives in a steamy swamp.
Speaking of Yoda, I've got to actually paint my baby Yoda at some point. I was quite gutted in the Lego lot that I got. I found the body of Yoda, but not the head. I was so disappointed.
I don't remember that scene.
So, Danny, I know there's a way that you can actually dye resins. I've seen a couple of people do that. And what some people have actually done is they would create kind of like a rectangle piece with little slots in it to create kind of sections. So they'll put that in their in the vat, pour resin in each little mini vat, dye each resin, and then pull it out very carefully. And what will happen is the resin will kind of settle and be different colors, and then you can print it in like different colors and rainbows.
I've done an error.
Don't know if you've seen that. That's something I'm really keen to try out.
I've done an error.
What did you do? Did you glue the wrong TPs?
No, well, I always use this putty stuff for filling, or I use this big boy body filler because it's
big boy body filler.
And after using about 70 tubes of this stuff, I've read the warning label, and the top on the front in the big letters it says, "Flammable liquid and vapor harmful, causes eye irritation." Oops.
So that I use gloss paint. But then how are you going to keep it clear then, Danny? Like,
just going to polish it.
Like, for example, these ones that I've got on my screen. I think these are actual, like, official ones. But they're clear. Let's have a look at some others. I mean, another way, and that's a lot of effort, is to actually glass paint. Oh, gloss. I thought it said gloss paint. He said glass paint.
Gloss, like what you do your doors with.
Glass paint. He'll be using glass paint.
Stained glass paint.
I guess, would that work on resin?
Yes.
I mean, there's one way to find out.
Test it.
Have you got glass paint?
Who, me or
Have
Danny?
Have you done it before?
I haven't done it.
Oh, Danny, send me your that picture of that T-virus thing that you made. That's pretty well done to show you how you can do clear resin and make it clear with a clear coat. I think he might have posted it on his Instagram. Instagram. Your print is quite dirty.
Who?
Yours.
Which one? Left or right?
Yep. Red, blue and green. Oh, fair enough. So, your print there is quite dirty. Alright, let's find Danny. Because I think I saw you posted somewhere.
You have it.
That'll be on Facebook. Let's have a look, see. Now that I'm all logged into everything. Wow, this is terrible. Or did you WhatsApp it to me? Oh, you WhatsApped it to me. You muppet. Alright. I don't have WhatsApp.
You can just use it in a browser.
Yeah, I don't have it.
You can literally use it in Chrome without downloading anything.
Yeah, no, but then I got to log in and.
All you have to do is scan a QR code on your phone.
Nah, it's fine. I'll just email it to myself. Or if Danny, if you can send it to my Facebook. That may be quicker. I'll race you. Boom, send. Oh, that is sent. So, I can show you this along. This is some of the resin stuff Danny's already done with kind of clear.
Ooh, nice.
I think that's painted with his... Yeah, he did it with these. Those were freaking dope. Basically, the lines representing the number of each sides of the dice out in the country. It's a pick a rack! Yeah, so like you can do pretty cool things with resin. Yeah, Danny makes some fucking dope stuff.
Swear box.
I saw.
Yeah, you got me.
Did you make that one yourself? Like, I think you really need to jump into design. That's the same Baby Yoda I have. See, I do not have the patience to get something that gloss. There's the T-Virus.
Nice.
So that's all resin. And then I think you put paint on the inside to get the red. Because it's a solid tube.
Yeah, and it prints the hollow inside.
So these things are hollow as well. So I think you drip a bit of red down there. And then you clear coat the outside. I think that's how you done it. That's how I would have done it. But I don't have the patience to get something this glossy, Danny.
It's a lot of sanding. Sanding, my head's gone.
These are cool. Danny's the only one that I know that buys more Barbies than most women. Yeah. HB Sorcery. Wow. Boo. You do like Star Wars, don't you, Danny? And flowers. Absolutely beautiful place. Cool. That's cool.
Very good.
Yeah. Now for the like these are like our standard things, and Danny decided to make it his own. He has to make things his own, which is fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, that's so romantic, Danny. Is that for yourself? Wait a minute. Isn't this the palette wood that you took on like your first few days at us? Maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, give Danny a follow. He makes cool stuff. But Danny, get yourself on designing things. Look at that. It's Hogwarts. Beam. No, that's Pirates of the Caribbean. I thought you didn't like Pirates of the Caribbean, Danny. Huh? Here you are making Pirates of the Caribbean stuff for me. Anyway. Boom. Back to my face.
It's probably time for Kirby to mess up our socials again.
Oh, why? You want to go to bed?
Well, it's getting on. I'm out of beer. I have been for a... Oh, there he goes. Good lad.
Ah, there it is.
Guess what I saw in Asda?
So?
Guess what I saw in Asda today?
What?
A Jack Daniel's drinking set. Jack Daniel's cards. Jack Daniel's poker chips. And Jack Daniel's tumbler.
How many did you buy?
None. Because there was only 10 poker chips in the thing, and it was £10. I was like, well, I only want it for the poker chips. So I'd have had to buy like 50 sets to get a decent amount to actually play poker with. So now I'm looking for Jack Daniel's poker chips.
I'll put that up there again. Evil Dan makes, give him a follow. I think Dan suggested that we should actually do this each week. Just find a cool maker and
yes,
feature some stuff that they do. Some of the things that they make. The T-Virus was there the whole time. How blind am I?
Usually pretty.
All right, yeah. Give Dan a follow, and then Jonny, next time it will be you need to find someone to show
my
off
week.
stuff.
Not a problem. I know the very person.
Oh, let me put my face
back in here.
Yeah, bring it back. It hurts to make that.
Oh, it's wham.
Wham, bam. Oh, yeah, the Pirates of the Caribbean thing. Yeah. No, you made it for me. It's really cool. It's still on display with my Barracuda Bay Lego set, which I'm actually going to be breaking down this week because that's where the Christmas tree goes.
Sad times.
Not really, because it's Lego. I get to build it again.
True. Multi-use.
Yes, exactly. Plus, I've got all these other sets to build. So I've got that Sith, I've got a Wreath, I've got a train. And I've got all those other Lego that I've got and I've got to sort through, which should be fun. Like 90% of it's fake, so I have to get rid of that. Well, I won't get rid of it. I'll figure out what's fake and then I'll donate that to a charity or something.
Yes.
Oh, that's a fair enough point. It's actually been fun. Like, it hasn't been difficult, this one, I don't think.
No, I think it's a nice intermediate episode, and next week we'll see it all done.
Yes. I'll make a third one, and I'll make sure that the blade can fit in. I can't be asked to do the electronics because I have to solder for that.
Yeah. Bin that off.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
Very good. And then I'll do some resin printing as well.
Oh yeah,
that's not a problem, Danny. You're here every week. You're like our cheerleader. It's great. Maybe we should get you on one week.
Yeah.
That'll be the not so PG episode.
Yeah, big parental advisory.
Oh, excellent. Let's see.
Nope.
There it is. All right. So, thank you for everybody that's joined us here tonight. We made some progress in our lightsabers, so that means that this is now turning into a trilogy. Our next episode, Jonny's going to be finishing off his lightsaber. There we go. And I'll be printing another one and finishing that one off. Maybe I'll make it a black one as well. I don't know. I'll figure out the colors.
Dark side.
But I'll be posting about my own lightsaber on my own social medias, which is KJ Designs 365 on all social media platforms.
Hang on. Big yawn. Whoa. And if you want to look at some of my stuff that I'm not allowed to show you at the minute, follow mine at Kettle Run Creations.
If you haven't watched the first episode where we design all of this stuff in SolidWorks, see, it's our own models. Check out the previous episodes on the Core Podcast on YouTube. If you want to know when we're going to be live next, follow us on all our social medias. On Instagram, we're at the Core Podcast.contact.
On
first face.
Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces. We are at the Core Podcast, where the O is a 0. On Twitter, we are at @the_podcast.
Oh, that is the worst fail yet. At @the_podcast. You useless. Try again.
So on Twitter, we are at @the_core podcast. And on on Twitch and on YouTube, we are at the Core Podcast.
Nice. 3 out of 4.
Kind of did it right. Yeah. The thing is, like, you build it up so much each week, Jonny, that you give it's pressure.
Dude, like, we can swap one week. We can gladly swap. Next week, Kirby drops me in it and just refuses to do this segment. Is what's going to happen. I'll just be like, going to stand up and leave the room and drop the mic.
Yeah, it'll be all up to you.
Yeah,
all up to you.
Nice, very good.
But yeah, it's been good fun. You enjoy that?
Always enjoy it. I'm looking forward to getting this one done and dusted in the trilogy next week.
Yes, it'll be good fun. I'm enjoying this. Kind of like we got an idea and we're building a project out of it.
Yeah.
So if you
my God, is it me or is his head massive? Oh no, it's his hands.
I completely lost my chain of thought.
If you're enjoying this, please subscribe, like, share. It supports us and helps us do more.
And yeah, subscribe, please. Because as soon as we hit 100 subscribers, we can actually have a custom URL, so we don't have the massive like jumble of letters.
Yep,
that's the one. That is the one. But yeah, it's been a good episode. We made things. You learned stuff if you watch the whole thing. If you want to watch the first episode, please watch it on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go down to the lower bottom and you can find it there. If you're watching this on Twitch, it might be there. I don't know. There's one way to find out. I can go to my Twitch and find out.
Whoop, whoop.
I don't know. I can't be. Yeah, I'm lost. That's a whole different world. That is a whole different world.
It's a whole new world.
Yeah. But I'll be posting about my lightsaber on my own social medias.
I guess I can.
Yeah, you better. You better, Jonny.
I will.
But yeah, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a fun episode.
Again.
Yeah.
We'll see you
Jonny,
all in 2 weeks.
That's what I was going to say, Jonny.
I got you.
Because we do this 2 weeks, next time we'll be able to talk about 2 episodes of The Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. Well, I best get a notebook out.
Yeah, got to remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. It's way past my bedtime. Not really, but...
Not really.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's been a great episode. Jonny, it's been good fun. Jonny, I'll speak to you again next time. Thank you. Bye. Where's the button?
He never finds the button.